Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel. Share this video with a couple of family members, friends, and colleagues. I appreciate that support. Definitely trying to get to 1,000 subs. So every share, like, ring of the bell for notifications, that always helps, and I appreciate that support. I wanted to make a quick video regarding The Conjuring. I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about The Conjuring and what I expected. Did not see this film, but someone close to me did say they really did like the film. Arguably the best out of the franchise in their opinion. This is the fourth Conjuring film in an overarching and spanning universe that has been highly successful. Warner Brothers, of course, New Line Cinema. The film had a budget of $55 million, and can you guess how much it has made? Everything I said has come true. $362 million worldwide. That's a 6.5x, ladies and gents. In about 2 weeks of the film being out. Once again, this is a huge blockbuster film. They say it's the last Conjuring film, but I don't know, with it being so popular. Maybe they do a soft reboot, maybe a hard reboot, but when you're bringing in 6.5x in the first 2 weeks, I believe when it comes to Warner Brothers, the only film that has done better in theater for Warner Brothers this year is Minecraft. This film is an absolute smash, and we called this from a mile away, ladies and gents. This film released on September 5th. It is currently the 20th, so 15 days in theater. Probably going to stay in theater for at least another 2 weeks. I think this thing is going to make $400 million. What a success for Warner Brothers. And a strong way to end the year. Did want them to drop Mortal Kombat next month, but they decided to push it back to next May. I somewhat understand the push, but also I think the push is going to be detrimental because Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be releasing in that same month, so it might cut the legs off that film altogether. And I think they should have took advantage of the October Halloween theme for Mortal Kombat, but that's Warner Brothers. That's their business. They can do what they need to do. Obviously, they're seeing some metrics that we don't have access to, and maybe they feel they're going to have better success with that early summer release for Mortal Kombat 2, but The Conjuring right now is what it is about. It's the second highest grossing film in the franchise, and like I said, only 2 weeks in theater. So I think this film is going to continue to do well. The reviews, I mean, they're not the best reviews, but it's a horror film, right? You don't really go there for the most depthy story or the most groundbreaking cinematography or the best acting for that matter, but people are familiar with this. This film has a fan base, right? It's been around for a very long time and continues to print money, somewhat like Insidious, and obviously you do have some overlap with some of the actors there. And so this is good for The Conjuring, but we'll see what this franchise has to offer later on in the future. I think when you make 6.5x to close the chapter on it, as they should do that. Sometimes you don't want to keep these franchises going. Sometimes you have to have a conclusion to a story, and I think the arc for these characters may have concluded. Haven't seen the film, but I think it has concluded. So I would not be surprised if you do see a reboot of some sort, just to carry on and just keep printing money with this franchise while letting the old characters have their time in the sun and then move on from them. So it doesn't seem like a Fast and Furious type deal where they just keep beating a dead horse, even if it does somewhat make money, because eventually it could possibly stop making money. But once again, we've talked about the horror genre and how the ROI is amazing for this film. Why? And films in general, I should say. Because why? You don't have to invest so much money, and your return is going to be solid work, especially if you establish that groundwork with the franchise. And so I think The Conjuring Last Rites is a representation of what happens when you can do horror correctly and build a foundation over a 10-year period. I think The Conjuring's been around, I want to say, at this point in time, I want to say almost 15 years. We'll just say that. And so good for Warner Brothers, good for The Conjuring Last Rites and everybody associated. Ladies and gents, let me know what you think about this news. Did you see The Conjuring Last Rites? What did you think about the film? Want to hear your thoughts on that. Like this video, share this video, ring the bell for notifications, and be safe. It's Neff signing off.